holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy.
Good morning, Parker CSL. You ready to sing? We have come together as a family. We have come here as we are. Ooh, yeah. We come with arms wide open. We have gathered here in love. Oh, Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. In this, Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. In this, Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. In this, raise the roof and shout to praise. Spirit's in this place. Here we go. We sing in celebration. We sing with words of prayer. We sing with words of prayer. We affirm our life as sacred. We declare that peace is here. Oh, Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. In this, Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. In this, Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. In this, raise a roof and shout to praise. Spirit's in this place. Good morning, CSL. It's a good Sunday.
Good morning.
It's on.
It's on. Wow. And I just finished taking higher vibration class from Dr. Vern, so I'm on. It's a pleasure for me to volunteer to do announcements today. It's a way for me to give back to CSL Parker for the inspiring messages, the great classes, and then all my wonderful friends. So thank you so much, and I'm excited to be here. Thank you. So just please know, wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. Whether it's your first time or your 50th time, you are welcome here and just the way you are. In a world that often feels fast-paced and uncertain, let this be your sanctuary. Together, let's breathe in the possibility that life is unfolding in ways we cannot yet see. You are not alone, and we're so glad you're here. There's welcome packets on the back table if you're new or if you'd like more information about CSL Parker, and it will tell you what ways we can support you. Janice, I think you outdid yourself today, plus you are matchy-matchy with the altar. I know, and I got a secret message from Spirit, and I dressed accordingly as well. And there's a sign up on the table to the left here if you would like to help with the altar for August. Janice is doing it for all of July. We are blessed to have many classes at CSL Parker, and our Director of Education, Dr. Vern Martin, makes all of this so beautiful. He has a few openings in his Saturday class on high vibrations. And I took the first class Saturday, and I'm still vibrating. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'll leave that up to you. The men's ministry is meeting today, and Bob, do you have something to say?
Of course not. I never have anything to say. Hi, everybody. Men's group today, our topic is callings. That seems to be a favorite topic lately, and so let's discuss it. And I have one other announcement that has nothing, well, it has to do with the men's group too, and the women's group, and everybody here. There's a sign-up sheet for parking volunteers back at the desk, and if you would, please sign up and help with parking. Today, our wonderful help was so good at it that the students didn't even show up for sports.
Yes.
And just one quick reminder, the food drive for Parker Ranch Food Bank goes on till next Sunday. So if you did manage to bring something this week, bring it next week. Also, there's an envelope back there for those of you who want to make a monetary contribution. There's an envelope on the table where the other information for the classes are. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I'm just going to duplicate what he just said a little bit. We're celebrating Christmas in July by having a food drive for the Parker Task Force. Food donations have been down for them for the last few months, and they've asked for our help. So as he mentioned, we'll be continuing that. Oh, I'm so sorry. Dr. Ravon is going to present something about the women's ministry.
Thank you. Thank you, Victoria. Hello, good morning, everyone. So today we are meeting in our women's group, and we're going to be using some dowsing rods, if anybody's ever seen these before. They're wonderful, wonderful little tools. So we'll be using them to measure thought, energy, and our vibration, and how to transition that to a higher vibration. So it'll be a lot of fun. Please join us today right after service.
Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria.
Come cruise to Alaska with CSL Parker, July of 2026. $500 per cabin deposit holds your spot. Anna Cohen will be at the education table in the back with flyers and will be available to answer questions. And as an added attraction, Dr. Vern will be teaching a class on the cruise each day. You got it? It was a lot of information. It was dense. The CSL Parker Annual Picnic is scheduled for Sunday, August 17th, right after our service, and it will be held at Creekside Rec Center in Stroh's Ranch. CSL Parker will provide fried chicken, coleslaw, lemonade, and water. Details will be available as we get closer to the date. And Felina, it's your turn. She's going to tell us. Felina.
Philomena. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so at the picnic, we're going to do a silent auction. Many of you know what a silent auction is. Okay, so I'm going to give you some ideas. We're going to be raising money for our facility account. Okay, that's a separate account that CSL Parker has. Anything at home that you think is a treasure and you're ready to part with. We're not talking about stuff you want to get rid of necessarily, but that is of quality that somebody will actually bid on, okay? Pardon me? No. It also can be something you make. You know, we have quite a few artists in this congregation that make jewelry, do paintings, do gift bags. You know, I've seen these baskets full of things, wine, cheese, you know, whatever. It could also be, like shower soaps, all that kind of stuff, bath products, tickets to a sporting event that you're willing to part with. You might have 2 tickets for some sporting event that you're not going to be able to attend this year. A nice dinner for someone. It could be a gift certificate. So those are just some ideas. But please see me in advance. I'm going to try to be here every Sunday until the picnic. And I just need to write it down and know that we're going to contribute, because we're going to have an area for the silent auction. And you can put your bid down with your name on a piece of paper in front of every item that's on display. Do I have any questions about the silent auction? Okay, thank you very much. And who's next? Oh.
I'm Victoria,
Yeah,
not Veronica. Let's see, so don't forget about the Alaskan cruise. We got kind of sidetracked here. CSL Parker plans to honor its volunteers at the Volunteer Appreciation Dinner, Friday, September 12th, from 5 to 7 at the Parker Task Force. It will be catered and everyone is invited. Details will be available as we get closer to the date. And finally, we are lucky and blessed to have a group of practitioners who take many years of training in the study of science of mind and in the art, science, and skill of affirmative prayer. They are those with the white stoles around the room. If you would like a prayer of support for your life or celebrate and give special thanks for something wonderful, please just ask one of them after the service, and they would be delighted to pray with you. This Sunday, our practitioner on duty is Colleen, and she will be leading us in prayer.
Well, I'm tethered. I can't run around now here. Well, good morning, everyone. I knew I brought this book for a reason. I had forgotten how it gets a little bit warm here in the summer. You know, I love the topic that we have for the month. The river of life, metaphor for life, flows as each of us and how we are carried by it unless we resist it, attempt to dam it up, or try to control the flow. It was so interesting. I happened to read some material that was published by Leonardo da Vinci. You know him? And you know his famous portrait? What's that? Yes, Mona Lisa. He was a scientist. He was a spiritual person of science and an artist. And he was always inventing. And that was his flow in life. And I love the way he expressed this. He said, in rivers, the water that you touch is the last of what has passed, and the first of that which comes. And so it is with time. And so it is with us. We only live this moment once. We touch it, it's our presence, and it continues to flow. And with that, I wanted to also look at some of the messages from Ernest Holmes. He was a prolific writer. I couldn't believe, I looked in my library and how many books that I have that he's published, and I couldn't quite choose one of them only that fit the message for today. So I chose 3. So let me share. From Creative Mind and Success by Ernest Holmes. In our monthly message here, we talk about life. So I looked for what Ernest Holmes said in Creative Mind and Success, what life is. In the first place, what do we mean by life? We mean that which we see, feel, hear, touch, or taste, and reason for it. We must have come into contact with all we know of life. We have already found what life is, or we could not have had any of these experiences. In the beginning was God, or life. Out of this life, which is everything which is made. So, life must flow through all things. Then he expands on it in his publication, his book, Living Without Fear. Because remember the dam we don't want to build this month? In the chapter on practical thinking, he says, we all wish for better health, greater happiness, and a larger experience in living. There is spirit in us, which desires to become more fulfillingly expressed through us. This spirit is conscious life as opposed to, or different from, law and its mechanical action. Man's consciousness of his own existence is a self-recognition of the spirit within him, the spirit within each of us. That's what flows. We do not see this spirit, but we feel its presence and we see its manifestations in all of our actions. Without it, we could neither act nor be conscious of ourselves or anything else. In reality, man's spirit is his share of that universal presence in which we all live, move, and have our being. Hence, the spirit of man is the spirit of God in man. The two are really one, and it is that inner spirit which wishes to become more fully expressed through us. The action of the spirit flowing through our mentalities is the law of our life. And he closes it in his book, Love and Law, which is a wonderful resource, by saying in his chapter about attracting the great big things, we have on the one hand all mind, or the substance which flows itself around our thought. On the other hand, we have thought around which it forms. And here is something you must never forget, he says, that life can only operate for us, flowing through us, never in any other way. So after sharing these messages from Ernest Holmes, I'd like to transition into our invocation message and go then into our music. If you would all just take your deep breath in and just feel your presence, feel your body. This is life. Your body is life. Feel it. Gently place your hands on your lap and know that this body is relaxing now. Here we have come to listen to spiritual music, to receive spiritual messages, to open our hearts, to open our minds, and to know that we can joyously flow in life. We do not need to build dams. We purely need to open our hearts, remove any fears, and feel love. For love is that openness. Love is that flow in our life. For the divine has blessed us and filled us with the perfection of the divine and the knowing of the truth of one spiritual divine entity, which is in us, of us, around us. And with that, please declare with me, and so it is.
And let the water carry you. Let go of the shore. Float into the mystery. Let go of the shore. And let the water carry you. Let go of the shore. Float into mystery. You have all you need, it's all inside of you. Just close your eyes and breathe and know that all is well. Let go of the shore. And let the water carry you. Let go of the shore. Float into the mystery.
So once again, just take this opportunity to rest in the Spirit. Rest as the Spirit right here, right now. As you breathe into the awareness of life, that is that life that is breathing you into being. It is that life that is beating your heart. It is that life that is inspiring your mind, that is moving in and through and as that which you call your life. It is life having its life in and through and as this very moment. So breathe into the energy of this moment, the vibrancy, the high vibrations, if you will, of this moment. Surrendering, letting go of anything that you might be holding on to that is of a lower vibration and just letting it go. Take a breath, and as you breathe in, just breathe it all out and just see all of that being released right here, right now, and see that space that you have cleared being filled with the energy of life, the energy, that vibrant, expansive, creative, inspiring vibration of the life that each one of us is. And in that awareness, we rest for a moment. Rest in the knowing. Rest in the awareness that life is having its life right here, right now, in and through and as you, in and through and as me, in and through and as all creation. And in that, we know that we are one. And so as we go into a short time of silence, again, just feel the life in every cell of your body, with every breath, with every heartbeat. Surrender into the life, into the mystery. So once again, just breathe and feel the life energy animating every aspect of your being. Feel the energy that is flowing as your body, right here and right now. Feel the energy of each other as we come together and co-create this beautiful vortex, this beautiful field, resonant field of energy. We draw into this energy our awareness. And we support each other in connecting consciously with that life energy, the life force that lives and moves and has its being as each of us. And as we settle into that, as we rest in that, we truly see all humanity and all creation in the truth of that life. And know that is perfect life. That is the life of God, if you will, the life that is the all. And we relax, we rest, we trust, and we know. And take a breath with me and declare with me, if you will. And so it is.
Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore. Float into the mystery. Sing it with me. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore. Float into the mystery. Float into the mystery. Let's sing it again. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore. Float into the mystery. Float into the mystery. Float into the mystery. Float into the mystery.
Thank you, and blessings. So now I'd like to invite Jamie Head up to share a little bit about her experience with New Thought and her life experience. Thank you, Jamie.
I'm not real good at the microphone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I don't know how to talk
Perfect.
on a microphone. When I was about 13 is when I started to realize that there was something more than what I had been learning in church. I didn't know what it was, but I knew that it was something I had to find. I was raised in United Methodist Church, which was, what do I want to say about it? I want to say it was benign. Does that make sense? It didn't teach me anything weird. It wasn't, real heavy-duty evangelical. It was pleasant. But I knew there was a lot more to it than that. And Robin had nothing to do with it. Actually, she probably did. So anyway, I was just searching after I graduated from high school and moved on and was on my own. I got really into the Eastern religions, which a lot of people have said the same thing. I find that interesting. And there was a lot to the Eastern religions that I could appreciate, but I needed something that was more similar to what I was accustomed to. When I moved to Oregon, there was a woman I met at, I don't even remember her name, she worked with me. She suggested I try a place called the Life Enrichment Center. The Living Enrichments, I decided to give it a try. It was held in a theater. I fell in love. The first day I started going there, it was like, this is it. This is what I've been waiting for. Mary, she was Mary Boggs at the time, but now she's Mary Mannon Morrissey, was my pastor. I absolutely adored her. She's a wonderful speaker. She's very encouraging, I just thought she was amazing. Then I moved back to Denver, and I had asked her where I should go, and she said Mile High Church of Religious Science. Problem is, Mile High Church of Religious Science is in Lakewood, and I'm in southeast Aurora, and it got old to keep going out there, and it was almost too big. I didn't feel like I could really get to know people because there were so many of them. It was really hard to feel like it's not like I didn't feel like I belonged, but it was hard to really feel like I was part of the group. And the girls needed something different. Their Sunday school just did not work for these guys. So for a while, I went back to another Methodist church that my parents attended. But one day I found Unity. And the Unity Church was right there on University. And I thought, that's fairly close, easy to get to. I'm going to try it. Because I knew it was part of New Thought. All I cared about was that it was part of New Thought. It didn't have to be a particular New Thought. So I started going to Unity, fell in love. Interestingly enough, the very first day I walked in, they were playing my very favorite hymn. And my first thought was, this is it. Somebody's telling me something. So I started there in 2003. And I was there through David. And I was absolutely in love with David. And so was Robin. So when David left, I assumed that he was just doing his new job, his insurance job. But I was just not, I love Unity, but it was just, there was something missing, and it was David. So I started to look at Parker to see if there was anything else, because there wasn't in Aurora. So I wanted to see if there was anything else in Parker which maybe had some kind of New Thought. And there was David. And I was like, what the hell? So I thought, okay, I'm going to try and figure this out. So I came here. And, David kind of told me how it was kind of more of a part-time thing, and he was able to continue to do his other job. And I thought, oh, bonanza. So I've been coming here pretty much, I've been back and forth, but I've been coming here pretty much since that time. And now it looks like I'm going to have to move to Texas. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay, so can I just brag on this band for a minute? Because one is our dear little Sonia was not feeling well this morning, and so that's why she was sneaking in, and she came anyway. And so we've got to send healing love to her. And plus, it would have made y'all sick if I had to play the keyboard. So it's better she's here. But these guys in the back, these four guys stepped up, and we got through it, even with me playing. And so I just wanted to show gratitude to these fine musicians up here. And for Sonia, we're going to heal her in this very room. So anyway, this is a song. It's become my new favorite song. I just love it. I've never just heard it recently. And about the river part, it's really about when you're in that flow, because we know when we're in that flow. You feel when you're in the flow of life and you're just floating along. And then does something happen sometimes and some big rock is there? And you get kind of stuck there in a different energy because it's all rushing around you. This song is about no matter what, in that river there's grace. And grace can come in a moment, just a moment of knowing your connection. So this is a song about that river of grace. Just try to feel that with me. There's a place far from this worried world where freedom awaits. That burden you've got locked inside, oh, how we tend to hide. but be a gun. Swing it open wide, because you aren't meant to carry such a load. Lay it down and you can watch it go down the river of grace. Oh, the river of grace. And all it takes is a little bit of faith, and Spirit comes and carries it away down the river of grace. Oh. Here's the beautiful thing, that river lives inside you, and you can go there anytime, and it's there where grace waits for you. Yeah, it's waiting there for you, because you aren't meant to carry such a load. Lay it down and you can watch it flow down the river of grace. Oh, the river of grace. And all it takes is a little bit of faith, and Spirit comes and carries it away down the river of grace. Oh, the river of grace. Cast your every care, cast them way out there in the river deep, in the endless supply. Feel your heart rise up from that cleansing flow, so clean and free, so true and alive, so true and alive, so true and alive, because you are meant to carry such a load. Lay it down and you can watch it flow down the river of grace. Oh, the river of grace. And all it takes is a little bit of faith, and Spirit comes and carries it away down the river of grace. Oh, the river of grace. Let it go, watch it flow down the river of grace. Oh, let it go, and watch it flow, watch it flow. There's grace there, there's grace. Can you feel that grace? Can you feel that grace? Can you feel that grace? Just let it go, and watch it flow. Let it go, watch it flow down the river of grace. So it is this band. Yeah? Beautiful.
Good morning. Well, I haven't been in Dr. Burns' class this time around yet, but I'm feeling some pretty high vibrations today. There's a lot of energy moving today. You feel it? You feel the vibration in the room, right? It's not just me. So yeah, it's just like this whole week when I've been focusing on the river of life, the river of grace, the river of love, the river of light, whatever we want to call that, life itself. I thought about, and honestly, I have to be honest with you, with all this flooding that was going on in Texas, I thought, well, maybe it's not the right time to talk about a river. Maybe it's not the right time to talk about a river. But I struggled with that a bit this week. I'll be honest with you. I did struggle a bit because I thought, well, how am I going to talk about that? How am I going to talk about that? And I tried to find something different. Do you know when, I'm sure none of you have ever had this experience, when the Spirit is saying something to you and you're arguing with that, you know? I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about something else. Well, it doesn't always flow, right? That's when we block the river. That's when we block the stream. That's when I block the stream, at least, when I'm going to argue with that inspiration that is coming. And so, what is coming in the moment? How do we even hold that? How do we hold that loss of life? How do we hold that tragedy? How do we hold when things like that happen? And things like that happen not infrequently, but certainly not always in a close proximity to some of us. And so it may hit us a little bit differently. I had no plan to speak about this today. How do we hold it? And I think it's important to recognize for us the mourning, the grief of the people who are experiencing that tragedy, the grief of people who are experiencing loss in their families. How do we hold that in our humanity? And I think it's important for us, our shared humanity. We've all experienced grief. We've all experienced loss in our human life. And so we can honor that. We can feel that with them and for them. And I think that's important. Sometimes I feel like I just want to lie down in the floor in a fetal position and cry with all that's going on in the world. Nothing wrong with that either, if we want to do that. So I was reminded this week, and I certainly don't ever want to be insensitive to that, because I do believe it, I feel it, when there is that sort of tragedy that happens in the world, and the tragedies that are happening all around the world, where people are losing their lives and their homes and the feeling of loss. And it's both and. Can we hold to this recognition, this realization that life, the life that we talk about, the vibrant life of the divine, however you want to call it, life, God, source, universe, whatever you want to call it, is eternal life. Is eternal life. And that life is intelligent life. That life is vibrant life. That life, and what Ernest Holmes says in here is that a good reminder for us is that we may rest in the absolute assurance that good will be the final goal of all things. It's hard to believe that sometimes when stuff is happening in the world, isn't it? It's hard to believe that. It's hard to hold on to that. Isn't it, sometimes when things happen in the world, in our own lives, or in the world? But I want to believe, I choose to believe that life energy is eternal life. It's vibrant life. It's sparkling life. It is life itself that is always urging us to the greatest unfolding. I've talked about this before, this idea that the source energy, God energy, whatever you want to call it, is always impulsing us to the evolution of conscious love. And that evolutionary process in the loss or the tragedies that we experience, can we even allow that to bring us into a greater expression and understanding of love? And show up as love for each other in those situations. I believe that's what we're being called to. I believe that's what this life energy is here to experience, to express and experience as us. It really became very clear to me this week through many different, a reading and a meditation that I was doing this week, that you and I, our life, experiencing itself in a body. You are all of life experiencing itself, awakening unto itself, realizing itself in a human body. And even when we experience loss and grief and sadness and fear and whatever we're experiencing, that is an opportunity for us, you and me, to awaken more fully and completely to that life. And it's always living itself, expressing itself, giving of itself. What if we could approach life from that perspective? What if we could really approach our life as the universe having its life through this human body? What if every opportunity, every moment was an opportunity for us to have that perspective of, wow, the universe, God, if you want to call it God, is experiencing this through my perception, through my eyes, through my ears, through my feeling, through everything that I'm experiencing right now. Am I making any sense? What if we could live our life like that? And what if we could see each other as that? Right? What if I could see each of you as, wow, let me learn more about that because, wow, look how the universe is having its life as that one, as that friend, as that one I don't know, as that I am having an encounter with. So I think our opportunity is to recognize that. And there's a part of us, we call it our Christ self, our higher self, our true light, our true nature, whatever it is that is always in that place, always in that vibration, always resonating with that. And there's this human part of us that loses sight of that sometimes, doesn't it? This flow, the stream of life. Eric Butterworth, one of my great teachers, talks about, can we just stop for a moment? So I'm going to invite you just to stop for a moment. Close your eyes, take a breath. And just imagine, if you will, use this power of imagination to imagine these streams of energy, streams of life, streams of the universe coming in and filling you up from all dimensions, all directions, that you know that you are connected to the dimensions. You are a multi-dimensional beingness, an activity of life itself. And you are connected through multidimensional frequencies, and all of those frequencies are here right now, streaming into and having the experience of you right now, that you are this vibrant energy, beingness, this life that is having its life right here, right now, in its totality, in its fullness, in every aspect that you and I are willing to open ourselves up to receive and to know and to be and to awaken to that. And in that, that is truly what we call salvation. That is truly what we call awakening. That is truly what we call at-one-ment or atonement, when we can come into the recognition that is what we are. That is who we are. And what we are is actually a better way to look at that. What we are is that vibrational energy. And the stream of life, the river of life, if you will, is always flowing. Always flowing. And sometimes we think of ourselves as, oh, I'm just this human being. I'm a body with consciousness. But what if you're consciousness with a body? What if you're all of that with a body? And can we really own that and accept that? And I'm going to thank Dr. Verne for introducing me to this book called The Third Appearance by Walter Starkey. If you haven't read it, please read it. It will definitely, I believe, open your eyes. He says in the book, the key to attaining a God experience, and he goes on to talk about what God means, without surrendering personal responsibility or by believing in a God outside of ourselves, is for us to consciously double think. To consciously be aware that for all practical purposes, we have two basic levels of self-operating at the same time. It is possible for us to recognize and respond to our personal sense and its desire to experience our higher consciousness while at the same time also being aware that we are our higher consciousness, the I am God experience. Sounds kind of confusing sometimes, doesn't it? I can know that I am that, and at the same time be aware of my human self that wants to know that. Right? That wants to be aware of that wants to awaken to that. And can I hold both of those? It's not an either or, it's a both and. Right? Can we understand that? Can we be with that? Can we hold that? And can we just be present with that? So what does that take for us to do that? Well, first, I think it requires us to be aware that that's what's going on. Right? To be conscious that we are both of those. We have this human self that wants to know, and we have the knowing that knows. So how do we find that balance, right? I think, first of all, one, to recognize that's what's happening. That's what's going on. To be aware of that, not judge that, and not be in opposition to that. Can we do that? And then can we just stop and breathe and recognize, I'm right here, right now. It's like the song was saying, let go of the shore and just flow into the mystery. Can we surrender? Man, that's a hard thing to do sometimes, isn't it? Surrender our desire to control. Surrender our desire to be in control. Oh my God. Right? What if that river of life, the stream of life that we are all connected to, from multidimensional energies, in my house are many mansions, as the master teacher Jesus taught. He was talking about that, this many dimensions, and those are not outside of us, they're right here, right now, experiencing as us. And can we surrender into that and let that life have its life? Whew. Sometimes that's hard, isn't it? Because I know better. I know better. I know what I should be doing. Is that true? Or can I recognize there's a part of me that thinks it knows better, and there's a part of me that knows better, and can I come into the harmony with those? So surrender. My need to be different, my need to be in control, my need to be special, my need to think that I know and need to know. I've come to this understanding, I know what I need to know when I need to know it. I don't always live it. Surrender into that, and then trust. Trust the flow. Trust that, as Dr. Holmes says, that flow is always, constantly flowing to the highest good, even though we may not see it that way. We may judge it. We had a conversation the other night in one of my calls, and we talked about how we want to fix things. We want to make it better. Can we trust that everything, this is a hard one, everything is flowing. Everybody's having the experience that they are here to have. It's a tough one. If we think we need to fix it, we're judging. That's a tough one sometimes, isn't it? So can we trust the flow? Can you trust the law? Can we, as religious scientists, trust the law of cause and effect, the law of correspondency, the law of attraction, all the things we talk about? And can we just simply allow everything to be as it is? That's a hard lesson to learn sometimes. I had an experience with that this morning, as a matter of fact. We got in our car to drive out here. My low tire gauge thing came on. I thought, oh, crap. What am I going to do now? And immediately, my mind goes to, oh my gosh, oh, no, how am I going to figure this out? How am I going to make this work? No. And I love what Eckhart Tolle says about being present in the moment. Just be present. Allow everything to be as it is. And when you can do that, come into that place of peace. And it is in that place of peace that we feel the inspiration. When we've got this mind going about, how can I fix it? How can I make it work? All of this energy going on in our minds, nothing can get in there. Right? Because it's all cluttered with all this other stuff. So what if we can stop, allow everything to be? Doesn't mean we might not want to change it. I didn't want to have a flat tire. But in the moment, I was like, how am I going to get to church? Well, the solution arrived. I could just drive down to 7-Eleven, put air in the tire, and then go get it fixed later. But in the moment, I was panicked. So can we just allow things and be present in the moment? Accept it all. And then sometimes that's challenging. But again, when we're not trusting the river, not trusting the stream, not connected to the stream, or we're damming it up, we're blocking it, or the stream is just here expressing and I'm over here doing something else. Because I think I know what I need to be doing. Anybody ever do that and then you really realize, oh, I wish I'd been in the stream. I wish I'd been aware of that. And then as we talked about earlier, just rest in that. Rest in the assurance. Rest in the assurance that we can simply let go. That we can let go and let love, let life have its life without having to do it all. I know I have this thought in my mind, I have to do it. Well, what is it? What is it that I have to do? I know we all have lists of things that we're doing, but what if we're not doing it? What if we're not doing it? Can we grasp that even? What if life is doing it and we just think we're doing it? What if that stream is so powerful and so active and so right on and so true and so pure when we're aligned to it that with every thought, every movement, we're being done? Maybe. There's some freedom in that, isn't there? But what I want to say about that too is that not to get confused, nobody here would do that, but not to get confused that I can act in a way that is not loving and say that is spirit, that is the stream acting as me. Because that stream would never do anything unloving. That stream would never be unkind. That stream would never be anything other than connected and loving and supportive, I believe, because that is life. That is what we call God. And that is what we are here to experience and express. So, yeah, our choice in every moment is to feel those high vibrations, isn't it? But we don't have to conjure them up. We just have to get the hell out of the way so it flows. So we're connected to that stream of life, not blocking it, not damming it up. Like that stream that flows around and over and under the boulders. And we allow life to move us in that way. I don't know about you, but I'm in. I'm not always successful, but I'm in. I like the idea of it. So I think that's all I have to say about that today. So take a moment, take a breath, feel that life energy. With the breath, just allowing the breath to be a reminder of how life moves, how life breathes itself, how life breathes you into being. Even think that it is the universe, it is God, it is Source, having the experience of breathing. Having the experience of breath and delighting in the miraculous activity of even the breath and how the body takes in the oxygen that is needed and circulates that throughout the bloodstream and then releases that which is not needed, and how miraculous the flow of life is as this very vessel that we call our bodies. So take a moment and just feel all of that activity moving as your body. The breathing, the circulatory system, the digestive system, the central nervous system, the skeletal system, all of those organs and tissues and cells just working together as life being expressed and experienced in this moment. You are the universe experiencing itself, expressing itself in your particular individuated expression. And so we receive that, we claim that, we own that, and we awaken in this moment to that truth. And as we awaken to that truth, we recommit ourselves, setting a clear intention to live that truth, to be that truth. And we are grateful for this awareness, grateful for our knowing, grateful for our willingness to be it. And let us claim together, and so it is.
These words wash over us. We let it be. We let the love. We let the love wash over. We let it be. We let the peace. We let the peace wash over us. We let it be. We let it be. We let it be.
So as our ushers prepare to take our offering this morning, I invite you to take what you're going to share, hold it in your hands, breathe into it, breathe your life, your love into that offering. If you have shared in other ways, please know that you are a blessing, you are blessed, and we are so grateful. We know that we are in the flow of that life, right here, right now, living itself, expressing itself, and it expresses itself beautifully in form. Through our bodies, through our gifts and offerings, we are blessed, and we are blessing. And together let us claim, and so it is.
You ready to sing?
I bet you're as old as me, you know this song. There's a reason for that sunshine sky, and there's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season when that love light shines all around us. So let that feeling grab you deep inside and send you reeling where your love can't hide. Then go and singing through the moonlight nights you can't hold back. Let your life flow, just let your life flow like a mountain stream, and let your life grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your life show, and you'll know what I mean. Love's the reason. So let your life fly like a bird on a wing, and let your life find you to all living things, and let your light shine, and they'll know what I mean. Love's the reason. Here we go. Oh, there's a reason for that sunshine sky, and there's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season when that love light shines all around us. So let that feeling grab you deep inside and send you reeling where your love can't hide, and go and singing through the moonlight nights you can't hold back. You can sing this with me. Life. So let your life flow like a mountain stream, and let your life grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your life show, and you know what I mean. Love's the reason. Let your life fly. So let your life fly like a bird on a wing, find you to all living things, and let your life, and you'll know what I mean. Love the reason. Let's sing that one more time. Just let your life flow like a mountain stream, and let your life grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your life show, and you'll know what I mean. Love's the reason. Take it home. Let your life fly. Let your life fly like a bird on the wing, and let your life find you to all living things, and let your light shine, and I'll know what you mean. Love's the reason.
All right. So as we're standing, I invite you to once again just breathe, allowing that energy to flow in and through, and as that which you are. And we know that life lives itself in us beautifully, perfectly, wholly, completely. And we are so grateful for the way that life is expressing itself through these gifts and offerings this morning. We know that as we receive, we are blessed. As we give, we are blessed. And we let these gifts and tithes flow with love. And together let us proclaim. And so it is. One thing we did forget to mention, that with the men's and women's ministries meeting, we do need some help cleaning up after, so that everybody can have a chance to participate in that. So if you're willing to do that, it's a little late now, but about 11:20, is that what you said? Somewhere around there, so we can begin at 11:30. So again, thank you for that. We're going to close with a little different song today.
Yes.
You all know it. I release and I let go. We're going to release into the mystery, let go, and allow ourselves to be the flow.
No more struggle, no more slump.
Yeah, so let's close with a little bit different affirmation. I am free as the Spirit. I am only here for love. Let's say that together. I am free as the Spirit. I am only here for love. And so it is.